4 years.
Since 2012, so what is that? Almost 5?
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Oh my gosh.
God, my math
it's like
that's sad.
But I forget because it
goes by so
feels
fast.
Like it feels like another lifetime. When
Yeah.
I got it, you know?
Wow. I would love to come visit.
Yeah, you should.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer, and I am so excited to be one of the co-hosts of America's first live streaming daily talk shows, Good Morning La La Land.
And we've got a great show in store for you on Transformation Tuesday. We're going to talk about the 11 secrets of thin people. We've got one man's journey of transforming celebrities right here in Los Angeles, and another inspirational story of a woman helping others get fit.
Love it.
Oh, hashtag Transformation Tuesday in the house.
A bit of everything.
That's right. We're so excited. We have incredible guests today. Van Soto, the president and owner of the Ola Henriksen Spa here in Los Angeles, one of the most coveted spas in the world, and Katie Austin, daughter of Denise Austin. Hello. Good morning, gorgeous.
Hey, what's up? So excited to be here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The show.
So here on Good Morning La La Land, we like to know, what's your morning routine in Los Angeles? How do you start your day?
Ooh, all right. I start my day with a good cup of coffee. Gotta have my coffee and breakfast because it's the most important meal of the day.
What is something like you eat for breakfast?
What is something I eat for breakfast?
Yeah.
I eat egg whites and avocado almost every single day. If it's not that, then a bowl of oatmeal.
Okay. Vance, what's your morning routine?
Morning routine. Okay, so coffee as well. Not too much, just a little bit. I'm at the gym by 6. Also, breakfast, you know, super important. So mine is oatmeal. That's my choice.
Okay.
But I definitely have to get the gym in first thing in the morning. Like, that has to happen. So.
And I
Inspo
would
right
imagine
there.
you have like the most impeccable skincare routine. I feel like you wake up and you're like layering the serums on and the creams. And
Oh, it's a whole situation. I mean, not only in the morning, but at night. I mean, even waking up, like, in the middle of the night, I'm putting on my lotions and potions. Like, for me, it's like, I'm like just sort of like a body serum.
yeah, live it, right?
Yeah,
so
totally.
it is February and we're celebrating love this month. What is one thing you really love about LA?
Ooh, me, I love the beach. I am originally from the East Coast, from Virginia, so for me the beach is like my love of my life because, I mean, I've been here 5 years and I say I've been here like, you know, I pretend I've only been here for a year, but the beach is kind of my safe haven and I love it there.
For me, I have to say, well, one, I love the people, but two, the weather. Like, I'm all about, like, my Puerto Rican blood can only handle, like, so much cold, so this is, like, perfect place for me. And, you know, obviously, we always suggest SPF, but I do have a small love affair with being in the sun.
Well, that's okay because you're covered with serum, so it doesn't even
Right,
matter.
exactly. I'm covered. Exactly.
Well, thank you both so much for being here today. We're so excited to know more about your personal journeys later in the show.
That's right. Although it's a little chilly today.
It is. I thought it was raining outside, but apparently not. It just looks that way.
Yeah, it's a rare gloomy day in Los
Very
Angeles.
rare, actually. Rarely ever happens. Like, wow, what's happening? The apocalypse.
Gotta put more extra energy into like bringing that sunshine out from within.
It's really fun though
work.
because then you get to like play gloomy weather, right? So you wear an extra scarf and you're like, ooh, it feels like something's different today because you know we can't complain. It's like Groundhog's Day. We wake up and it's 75 and sunny pretty much every day.
My mom cracks up because my mom is the walking weather channel. Like literally, if you ever want to know the weather, just call her. She'll tell you what it's going to be like by hour play. I kid you not.
Yeah.
Mom, I love you, and that is like her thing. Everyone has their thing. My mom has the weather channel.
You know that's so funny? My mom always asks me that every time I talk to her. She's like, what's your weather like? I'm like, it's sunny, Mom. Again today.
Maybe
It's
she's living
sunny.
vicariously through us.
She cracks up whenever it's like some huge storm. It's like, oh, we're in this like the high 50s or something. Everyone's freezing out here, and they're like huge winter coats. And she's like, "This is the most hilarious thing ever." You guys
Yeah,
are
Los
like
Angelinos are a little dramatic when it comes to weather.
a little dramatic.
Yeah,
for
when
sure.
it rains, the city like clears out. There's nobody in the
down.
restaurant, nobody out in the streets. It's fantastic.
It was like the holidays again.
Yeah, as a girl from Michigan who braves the weather, I don't even bring an umbrella. I'm like, rain here, bring it on. Who cares, right?
Yeah, seriously, it's a whole different thing.
So you did go to the spa, right? Speaking
Speaking of the spa, so I had the most incredible visit to the spa. I had the red carpet hydrofacial, known on the streets as the Katy Perry, and let me tell you, it was the most innovative facial I've ever had. It was like a ballet on my face, but with purpose.
A ballet
But like
on your
what? But
face.
what was,
A ballet
I mean,
on my
what,
face.
like what was so special about it?
Well, one, walking into the spa, everybody there was happy to be there. You know, when the entire staff loves their job, this was truly the experience. And not a single person had anything but like exciting news about the treatments, about the products. And I was like, oh, wow, this is very refreshing, right? Sat down, had my cucumber water. I mean, the spa was impeccable.
So the whole experience.
The whole experience was impeccable. And then I went back and my esthetician's name was Laura. She's worked with Vance for years, right, at other spas and followed him here. And she's like, he's my inspiration. We're such a great team. And then she was explaining, you know, all the treatments she was doing. And they have these different machines, right, like a lymphatic massager. It's like this on your face, different lights that were zapping things. I mean, it was so cool. I felt like everything was very purposed, but very relaxing.
Well, hopefully we can find out some things for people that maybe can't afford to go to a spa, like how, maybe there's some tips you can give.
No, and absolutely, they have a lot of great products too that you can take home with you, and they were so kind. She followed up with me, she FaceTimed me, hey, how's your skin looking? Do you have any questions? I mean, just the customer care was really nice. It's great to feel like there's more of a community there. It's not just that you walk in and you're out.
Sounds like a place I want to move into.
Yeah!
Well, selling condos there.
If you do, you'll leave glowing every day, just like Vance, covered in serum.
That's right, exactly.
Best friend Laura's. It's
right,
going to be fantastic.
Sure a lot of people are doing a lot of things for Valentine's Day. Everyone's prepping, trying to look good.
Yeah, I'm getting my glow. Oh, I'm going to go back for a milk bath, a new thing. I'm going to ask him all sorts of questions about that. Get myself ready for.
And isn't there something in Santa Monica, like the Cupid undie?
Yeah, there's a Cupid's undie run in Santa Monica, February 10th. Yeah, people basically get in their underwear and they go for a run.
Wow.
And it's all benefiting the children's cancer or children's tumor foundation.
Hopefully not G-strings, because my butt won't be looking so pretty jogging down the street.
America wants to know, Rob, are you going to be doing the Cupid undie ride? I mean, let's be real.
Let me not choke on my coffee. I don't know. This is the first time I've heard of it, honestly. But you know, it's such a great cause, and it sounds like a ton of fun.
That would be super fun.
We should get you some Good Morning LaLaLand briefs.
Oh man!
Just represent. Our executive producer's thrilled at the idea. He's ordering them on Amazon right now.
For that. I don't know. It's a little tough.
I'll be there doing interviews, not in my underwear.
That's hilarious, hilarious. So let's take a little break. When we come back, we're going to actually find out 11 secrets to thin people, which I think is so fascinating because we all want to know. I mean, we're obsessed with being thin in this culture. And so there are some kind of like commandments, they say, around people and kind of the common denominator that they all do. So let's find out when we come right back.
I'm Jasmine Moyer, co-host of Good Morning LaLaLand with my girl Victoria Simone. Hey girl! And in case you missed us live, this was This Week in LaLaLand.
Yes, let's hear it.
On Monday, we namaste all day with America's youngest yoga instructor, Tabe Atkins.
What?
Tuesday, we had the inspiring story of Allison Marie Raguso and her creation of Bogavia, Beauty
of the Adriatic.
We loved it! Wednesday was Richie Shane of World's Greatest Vacation, and Thursday we had a studio full of love with Love Pets Photography, Glenn and Coco, Saving Canine Lives Plus with Jasmine Kimball, and Sylvie Bordeaux continued the legacy with Muffins Halo. On Friday it was Love, Dating, and Relationships with Chad Johnson.
Ooh, the Chatteler.
That's right, from The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and Famously Single.
With our guy Rob Mack. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in LaLaLand. I'm Victoria Simone. This is Jessalyn Moyer. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into This Week in Focus. I am your host, Victoria Simone, bringing you some of the highlights of what was filmed last week at the Focus TV network, which is America's first video streaming talk show network. Today I have my favorite Jessalyn Moyer, host of Good Morning LaLaLand, helping me out. First up, we had Moms Matter, hosted by Shirin Yadagard. We shot The Alyssa Goodman Show with the amazing Alyssa Goodman herself. We shot Game Changers with Annalise Getz. Aside from our normal lineup, we had Good Morning LaLaLand, who was on your show.
Allison Marie Raguso, creator of Bogavia. We also had Richie Shane, creator of The World's Greatest Vacations. And Friday, Chad Johnson, Bachelorette, Famously Single. And we had a whole studio full of pet love this week with Love Pets Photography, Saving Canine Lives, and Muffins Halo.
Thanks for tuning into This Week in Focus. I'm your host, Victoria Simone. Jez, thanks for helping me out. Bye-bye.
Hi
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. It's Transformation Tuesday. We have two incredible guests in the house. We're talking about getting fit and staying thin. So I'm wondering, what are your secrets? Obviously, there's a lot of, diets and tips and tricks, but what's like your one go-to secret for staying fit?
Ooh. Go ahead.
Well, I think for me, for staying fit, it's about total wellness. So I have to do like what I call inhalation breathing. So every single day I take essential oils, and that's how I start my day. If I'm midday and I'm stressed out and I'm feeling unhealthy, I'll do inhalation breathing of essential oils. I do the same thing at night. That's like a really big thing for me, because I think in order to be fit, we have to be stress-free. And so that's my big thing, a ritual that I religiously do every single day.
Yeah, and going off that just a little bit, it's nothing really physical. I think my secret is all mental and staying positive and good thoughts and reassurance.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's my kind of fitness routine.
Right?
Yeah. I
like that one. Forget the gym, forget whatever,
just breathe and stay happy.
It is a total mind-body transformation, I believe, so. Yeah, absolutely.
That's powerful. I absolutely love that, and
Right.
I completely agree.
Right. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys and interviewing more on all those topics in a minute. So today is Transformation Tuesday, and we have 11 secrets for people that stay thin. And first, I wanted to say that we do not promote being thin. I think there's a huge transformation from being skinny to being fit. So, I think it's been an ongoing conversation around here, but we do want to still look at what has people be thin. So these are all based on a lot of scientific data. It's from realsimple.com, and it's the secrets of thin people. So here are the common kind of denominators, 11 of them. There was actually 12, but we won't go into that one. So number one is thin people watch portion sizes. In fact, they generally eat about 5 meals a day. So how about you guys? How many meals do you guys eat a day?
I'm a grazer, so I probably eat like 12. Honestly, I eat all day long. I mean, I don't think there's a moment in the day where either I'm not eating or I don't want to be eating.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess you could call it a grazer. I say snacker. I love having a lot of snacks all throughout the day. And then I always have breakfast and then a snack, maybe a bigger snack, another snack, another snack, nice dinner.
Snacktastic.
Glass of wine. Yeah, I'm a snacker who drinks wine.
I'm definitely I've dealt with blood sugar issues my whole life. So I've been 2 to 3 hours. I have to eat exactly I've portioned it out 200 to 400 calories every meal and get it down. But then I get a little off track. I'm one of those people that if I eat a little bit too much junk, then I start eating a lot more. So
yeah, we had Robert Ferguson on yesterday, and he mentioned the importance of portion size, and sort of snacking or grazing throughout the day.
For sure. Number 2 was thin people can put themselves first. This is a fascinating one. So what they found is that generally people who are serving and giving, those kind of codependent, always helping everyone in their family and everyone, tend to not take care of themselves and put their health and time for themselves and de-stressing. So I thought that was an interesting one, something I would not have guessed.
Yeah, I see that a lot with moms, right?
Right.
I mean, they're the ultimate lovers and givers, and I think it's hard when you're focused on everybody else all the time to remember to take care of yourself. Yeah, it's important.
For sure, just grab food because you can just keep
going,
right?
Exactly.
So number 3 is thin people have thin parents, but this is only about 30% of if you're thin, it's been a pet peeve of mine my whole life. People are well, it's just because your parents are thin. It's no, I actually have to watch what I eat and do whatever, you know.
You're very mindful about what you eat.
But I've been a little bit annoyed with that through my life. It's a cop-out,
Well, and this is certainly not true for all thin people. As you said, only 30%. And a lot of these commandments don't apply to everybody, but it's just a commonality, just something to
for sure.
And the other thing
remember.
Absolutely, Jeslyn, and the other thing about that is that genetics are actually malleable. So we think of genetics as something that's hardwired. They're not.
No.
So you can actually change your genetics throughout your lifetime by choices you make, thoughts you think.
For sure, and I'm sure a lot of that plays into the habits of whatever your parents are. So if they're tending to have poor eating habits, then you tend to pick up on those habits for sure. So number 4 is thin people don't skip meals. I am an advocate of this. If I skip a meal, I'm a disaster. I'm starving to death. I grab anything in front of me. It's not good.
I always swear by the protein bar in my purse. Throw a Think Thin in there, have a little Cliff Bar in my glove compartment.
Yeah, it's nice to have an insurance protein bar for sure. There's no question.
For sure.
And the other thing is, when you skip meals, you go into a catabolic state, and so if you've got muscle in your body, it starts to break down. So your body then seeks out the muscle in order to use it as fuel. So no, we do not want that. You kidding me?
It's like
put way too much time and energy into that.
Yeah, I don't feel
looking at those muscles.
I don't feel hangry. I always just feel like I'm breaking down. I'm like, oh, I'm getting indecisive. I'm getting a little bit like, what's going on
like,
here?
oh God, she's having her blood sugars are going down. Watch out! You know, you don't want to be around me. It's not fun, even for myself. So number 5 is thin people limit their options. So, for example, you know, if you have a bunch of different, this was the example they used. So say you're eating like pasta. You have you can only eat so much pasta. Like, I'm full, whatever, I'm done. You know, what do they say? Like, uncle, I say uncle, that's it. And they say, but if you happen to have pumpkin pie, then all of a sudden you have some extra room. I could probably still eat a little bit more, right? So the more options you have, the more likely you're gonna eat a little bit more.
That's such a good point. The people that I know that stay pretty fit consistently, they are just foods that are just off limits. They don't have to think about it and intentionally like avoid them. They just know there are certain foods they're just not going to eat.
Well, and that just goes with being aware with your body, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I don't eat red meat, but I love eating some fish once in a while, and just listening to yourself and knowing what works for you.
Yeah,
I mean, that gives me my options right there.
Great point, Jess.
So number 6 is thin people don't sit still.
Huh.
And I have to say that in the last few years, I have become more sedative than ever. I know it's not healthy at all.
Well, shout out to all my ADD friends. That's why they're all in such big.
Like,
I mean, it's true. Yeah. It's amazing though. And it's so true. I remember as a kid, you know, I wasn't diagnosed with anything, but I was always moving, and I always felt the need to move. And I always was thin as well, and I do see the correlation there.
Yeah, but the older I get, the more I just want to sit and relax. You know what I mean?
But that's because you're always going, Jess. You're always going.
Jeez,
you're always going.
Computers are not good. The phones and computers have us sit still. It's not healthy at all. They say it's it's just one of the worst things. So number 7 is thin people weigh themselves, not neurotically. They're not the people that bring like portion size for everything or neurotically, weigh themselves. So they weigh themselves generally once to twice a week.
Wow, I do not do that.
I don't either. I don't even believe in like scales. I don't keep one in my house. I don't weigh myself ever.
If I had that body, I wouldn't.
No, it's just like being aware of how I feel and what works for me, and I don't need a number in my head to like obsess over.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that, Jazz. I think it's one of the countless things that you do so well is trusting what you feel and trusting your intuition about it, not sort of depending on a number somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. So number 8 is thin people don't skip breakfast. So they found, I think they researched like 3,000 people and only like a very small percentage, like 4% or something like that, actually skipped breakfast. It's most people that are thin always eat breakfast.
What do you have for breakfast?
I used to for years had oatmeal, and then just recently I've been going on to shakes. And actually I've noticed a huge difference in more energy with the shakes because I put cacao and matcha and a bunch of things that are high energy. I used to have oatmeal like literally for probably 5 years straight in my life. I'd have oatmeal every single morning. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Better choice than the donuts and the coffee cake, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's later than.
Although every Sunday I do have a donut, but I swear by like toast, some almond butter, chia seeds, peanut butter.
So good. So number 8 is thin people. Number 9 is thin people enjoy their food. So they say thin people say I'm not a foodie, but it's actually thin people actually enjoy their food just as much as anybody. So.
Yeah, and I think part of that is eating mindfully. So the slower you can eat, the more you can chew, and the more you can be fully engaged in the experience of eating, the less food you need to be satiated. Right? So that's a critical piece.
Right? I love food, gotta say, honestly. So number 10 is thin people practice early intervention, which means that when you're putting a couple pounds on, you're like, okay, what do I gotta do to get it right? So it's just they know how to basically go, okay, I'm not gonna let this get out of hand. They're not the yo-yo dieters. They're kind of like, you would never know what they gain a couple pounds, lose a couple pounds, but they always stay right in that zone.
Just goes back to being self-aware.
It does.
That's right. And lastly, number 11 is thin people do what works. There's not any right formula. People know that it's like, if they know instead of eating the candy bar or whatever, they get a shake or whatever it is that works for them. Or they know that if they've got to, work out a little bit more to keep in that zone, whatever it is.
What's really interesting is, I won't dive into it too deeply, but there's a really great book out there, and you can get more information online about eating right for your blood type. And that was a key to helping me become aware of what worked for my body. And it was a game changer completely.
I totally agree with that, Jez. I had the same experience.
What's your blood type?
Oh God, I don't even know right now, but I believe I'm an A actually, and that's no red meat, but actually carbs are really good for me. No nightshades, but these vegetables work well. And it was just like what not to eat, what's okay, and what you should definitely have always in your diet, your staples. And it was gave me a lot of clarity.
Nice. Yeah, that book's a really informative one.
Very.
Yeah.
Nice. So again, we don't want to promote being thin. It's not necessarily the best. It's about being fit, having high energy, and doing what works for you. So on that note, I say we take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to go to the back studio and interview 2 extraordinary people. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
Hello, Los Angeles. I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paprath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the globe.
Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessica Moye.
And we're making history as the first live streaming daily talk show.
This is where all kinds of shit.
You live Los Angeles at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. So Kelly, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alyssa. This is so fun.
I know.
What's up, Rose girls? I'm Jessica Carroll. Today we're gonna have so much fun because we have fitness personality Katie Austin.
Hey,
we're
thanks
having
for having me on.
with
Cheers.
Katie Austin.
I love it. It
Cheers.
feels like a Saturday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. I mean, no big deal, but huge. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
Are we so excited right now?
We are so excited.
I mean, we have roses, we have perfect lighting, we've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, having a conscious conversation in the heart of Hollywood. And I'm honored to have the guest today, who is Christina Pascucci, who is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's an honor to be here with you. I so appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Barnett with Millennial Mom on Focus TV. And today I have Jennifer Yen here today to chat with me about all things mom related. So you actually started your career as an actress and you were on the very famous TV series Power Rangers, right?
Yes, I used to fight them as my first career.
You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay Edwina Chia. Ladies and genticles, Tiffany Angulo, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. You know, you're my Beige Bay of the week, not only because of your nationality, but because you just seem like the girl who does it all.
Hi everybody, I'm Allie Landry and welcome to Reshape TV. I have created an online platform, reshapelive.com and Reshape TV, to provide a place where women can learn from the very best resources for those of us who are striving to reshape our lives and live an optimal, healthy lifestyle.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl, and I'm here with Liz Hernandez, former TV host at Access Hollywood and now the founder of Wordiful. So excited to hear more about that. Liz, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi Gwen, thanks for having me.
Hi everyone, it's Michelle Gillette, life coach and host of the Spotlight series on Focus TV. And joining us today is our dear friend, Shalini Videra.
And thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'm so happy to be here.
You're the perfect person to be here because we love anything that is, women helping other women, women empowering other women.
Hi, I'm Janica. I'm here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females. And today I interview Doriana Richmond. You're gonna love listening to Doriana. Not only is she beautiful, but she's so heartfelt and she has created this amazing jewelry line called Stone Symbol.
Hi. Well, thank you for that introduction.
Yeah,
wow.
of course. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, and welcome to Everyday Game Changers, a show that features people giving back to their community. I'm your host, Annalise Getz, and today we are joined by Rolanda Watts. Rolanda is a stand-up comedian, she's an actress, she's a television personality, and she is a philanthropist, which is why she's here today. So thank you for joining us, Rolanda.
Thank you for having me. A joy to be here.
Today on Moms Matter, we're going to talk about money, 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 something that we all struggle with and we need help with, and that's why we have the fabulous Winnie Sun, who's here with us today.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you've been on MSNBC and Forbes, and you are the money expert.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new magical episode of Soul Reboot. I am your host, Allison Charles. Please welcome and meet this powerful divine queen whose name is Daphne Wayans. I am so happy to be here with you.
I'm so honored to be here.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are here with one of the pioneers in the salon and spa industry, Vance Soder of the Ole Henriksen Spa. Hello.
Hello.
Talk about Transformation Tuesday, and you are the king of it.
I definitely think I have a interesting, hopefully inspirational story. You know, I started off on that, actually, I owned a tanning salon. That's where I started off in beauty. And I actually worked for it in high school, which is really funny that I ended up actually owning it. And I was just sort of like tanning every day, like baby oil, aluminum foil.
Right, worshipping those UV rays.
Right. And then, yeah, exactly. And then, you know, as my company grew, and I was, you know, I was so young. I mean, I was a baby, and I had like, you know, way too much freedom, and you know, it definitely got me in trouble. But the point is that, you know, I felt like my ego also got in the way a little bit. So I was buying a house, and I was doing this, and I was living high, and it all came crashing down. Mm-hmm. And so, like, literally overnight, it was like I had everything, and then I went through foreclosure. I lost it all, you know. So I really had to recollect myself.
How were you feeling when this all happened?
Oh, I mean, it's the worst feeling in the world when you're in it.
That's the 2006, 2008.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
when everyone, a lot of people.
Oh my gosh, I mean, you know, a small sense of like comfort because other people were sort of going through what you're going through. But you know, when you're young like that, you're a victim. It's, oh, I'm a victim. Because of my bad choices, number one. And then as soon as I stopped being a victim and actually just owned that I was the one that made the mistakes, my life completely turned around. You know, I was headhunted for a great job. You know, I was headhunted to Equinox. It was actually a headhunter that was trying to recruit me when I was working for Jose Bear for many years. And so they, you know, they kept my information. She headhunted me. I went to Equinox. I opened the biggest club within their portfolio at the time. And, you know, everything started to climb from there. Then I was able to go work for Ula. I started off as a spa director for him when he still owned the brands. And then fast forward to 2 years after working for him, right time, right place, I offered to buy it, and the rest is history. You know, but it really is, you know, it's interesting to go from having everything, being homeless, sleeping in your car, you know, but I wouldn't change not one bit of it for the world.
So I'm wondering, what did you learn about yourself in that process?
You know, I learned that I'm actually much stronger than I thought I was. I also learned that, you know, the universe and the world owes me nothing. You're only entitled to what you work for. Mm-hmm. So, you know, for me, I didn't get a gold star for, you know, showing up to work. I only got a gold star, you know, in my mentors and my parents and X, Y, and Z when I went way above and beyond. And for me, that was like a huge like light bulb moment where I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna make something, it's gonna be me that's gonna have to find the opportunity to make that thing happen. Mm-hmm. You know, hopefully along the way, there's, you know, mentors to give advice and so on, but I'm the one that has to make this happen. You know, and I remember looking around thinking, you know what, couch surfing is not my jam anymore. Like that's not who I am. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah. it gets old, you know, and even your friends, when they're like leaving you $20 for lunch, you know, and they're finally like sitting you down and having the talk, you're like, okay, something's wrong here. And I'll give one quick story that really, to me, was the major light bulb moment when I was really going through foreclosure and I was having a tough time. You know, I ran with a crowd that I always said, you know, you birds of a feather flock together. So you run with the people that you want to be like, and you want to be inspired by these people. And one, to remain nameless, sat me down and said, you know, I know you're going through it, and I just have one point to make. And I was like, well, what is that? And he said, how does it feel to know that I'm paying your mortgage and I don't even have a house? And for me, that was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like my ego, my this, it's all out of control. I got to get that in check. You know, I can't live like this. You know, I have big dreams and ambition, and I'm going to something, and it is going to happen, but I need to pull it together.
I wanted to say, first of all, thank you for being so raw and real about your story, because I think a lot of people would probably just pretend like that didn't happen and fluff up where they're at. So it's really important. Your story is really important, and for people to know that it, like, wealth can come and go.
Right.
We're not all entitled. There's no guarantee of any of this stuff, you guys.
100%.
But this question for you is this, is that now where you are, looking back, you've become kind of an expert in the realm of, you know, health, beauty, exercise, that whole industry. And you've learned, I'm sure, business skills and relationship skills.
Absolutely.
What do you feel like is the most important to become the expert, to understand the business skills or the relationships?
You know, I think that for me, it was one was finding the love affair and the passion with what you do, because I think a lot of people chase a dollar. They want to make money, and if you chase a dollar, you're always going to be chasing a dollar. But when you find your passion, the success and however you view success is subjective. You know, it can come in a monetary value, it can come in happiness, and come in so many different ways. But for me, it was really about finding that passion. It was about, you know, obviously from a business sense, you have to make smart business choices and, you know, find those opportunities. But I think really just finding the passion and the love affair, and then find the thing that when you love it, do it, and do it right, and do it to the best of your abilities. You know, for us in my industry, you know, it's all relationships, it's all customer care. There's innovation, there's technology, don't get me wrong. The guests have to see and feel something when they walk out the door. But for us, I mean, it's really about relationship building, you know. Anybody can give a treatment, provide a service, put product on, and let somebody walk out the door. But there's a difference when you provide them with an experience, and that's what we do. And that, for me, was like the key thing when I infused, quote unquote, my DNA into a spot that had already existed for, you know, 40 years when I took it over. You know, so it's about, you know, complementing the DNA and elevating that guest experience, because, you know, experiences are a key thing right now.
So what about this industry do you feel like feeds your soul?
Well, when I was, you know, struggling, I was taken to a spa for the first time. And I remember just feeling like, the way that it made me feel, I thought to myself, you know what, like this is it for me. Like, I love this. And I remember when I worked in the hair industry for Jose Barron, he said to me, you need to work in a spa. And it didn't click at the moment because, you know, I was more into the management side and X, Y, and Z. And then fast forward to now, you know, I own a spa. And so for me, I just remember the way that it made me feel, and how much it transformed me, to the point that, you know, many years ago when, you know, I think it was about 2012. And, you know, people were really going through it, the economy, you know, the unemployment was at record highs, you know, and all these people really feeling it. We partnered with Dress for Success, and we donated 100 services to women who had lost their jobs, because we wanted to help make them feel good and feel beautiful about going out to their job interviews. And the letters and stories that we got from that was like, it was also another reminder of like when I was in that and what it felt like when I went to a spa. So being able to also pay it forward, I think, is a big thing.
Just incredible.
So important.
How do you stay so motivated? Is it tough for you at times?
I mean, I think any operational challenges where you're kind of like, whoo, you know, and, you know, having staffing can be a struggle sometimes, you know, because you're constantly, you know, you're the leader, you know, you have to, but it really is a mindset. So I actually do, you know, my little chants and rituals before I walk out in the morning. I have my vision board, you know, I think that our thoughts become physical, they manifest into a physical thing. So if if you're gonna start your day with negativity, then that's what you're gonna put out, that's what you're gonna get. If I'm having a rough day where I'm starting to feel myself go into that moment, that's where I go back to my inhalation breathing, because I literally will take lavender and just go back, take 2 minutes, breathe it in, and I'm like, okay, I'm back. All right, let's rock it out, I mean, what are you going to do if you're the leader of the company and it's all based on, my staff feeling inspired and motivated every single day, and we're trying to make you feel amazing when you walk out the door. Like, I have to live true to that. I have to be that.
And you have the great memories of living on couches. So you're like, this
isn't
so bad.
You mentioned your staff, and it was truly one of the best customer experiences I've ever had. I felt so well taken care of and so at peace. Not a single person was stressed out or negative. They all acted happy. Like I was part of the family. It was incredible.
Well, you are part of the family.
And you're part of ours. So what is your mission with the spa?
My mission, I think that you constantly have to reinvent yourself. I think that our industry is growing and evolving so much, and right now, I would say what we're finding and what we're doing is our industry got so innovative and very fast, and it became a lot of equipment and gadgets, and don't get me wrong, that's definitely part of our niche, and we love it. But you have to find the happy balance of the human touch as well as equipment and innovation. So we're progressing, we're becoming innovative, and we're investing into technology and equipment, but we're also going back to the basics of what made us special to begin with. So we're really fine-tuning what that message is and what we're going to be going forward. So that's kind of my mission, to make sure that we have the exact recipe for human touch and innovation.
Nice. So we're running out of time, but I want to ask you quickly if you'd give a few tips for people that can't necessarily afford to go to a spa. Is there anything you can tell people that they could do?
Yeah, there's definitely there's things that you can do at home. One, I always go back to essential oils. I think that's a huge thing. It touches on many senses. It gives you memories. But what somebody can do is they can go home, fill the sink with hot water, put 3 or 4 drops of lavender oil, put your towels in there, do hot towel compresses, instant spa treatment, get your glass of wine, light a candle. There you go.
That
instant spa treatment.
Very nice. So where can everyone find you?
We're in Sunset Plaza in West Hollywood. Our website is ulahenriksonspa.com.
Wonderful.
So good.
Well,
it's such great energy.
Yeah, I love your story. Thank you
you
so much for sharing all that with us. So
and thank you for welcoming me to the family.
Such an honor. So you guys, when we come back, we're going to hear one inspiring journey of a woman who is helping others get fit. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Jack. His mother didn't save his childhood artwork.
She just threw it all away like it was garbage.
If only his mother had Archive.
Archive is the easiest and fastest way to chronologically store your child's art.
Snap a picture, tag it, and store it safely in our cloud.
Then share it with friends and family.
Even turn it into a calendar, mug, or your very own printed book.
Oh, you were going to make one yourself? Yeah, that's what his mom said.
Download the Archive app now and help us save art.
Archive, available now on the App Store.
We're live on Good Morning La La Land with the creator Canada Ruben of Ginger. We're talking about motivation and perfection today, but you perfected a cocktail, right?
Yeah, this is I call this motivation in a bottle. It's like it's the embodiment of me. If you could actually ask that question, who would you be if you were a beverage? So just to run down the ingredients, the original version has fresh ginger, cayenne pepper, lemon, green tea, mint, and cane sugar. The dragon fruit version, which we'll try a little bit later, has got all those ingredients plus dragon fruit and passion fruit. This is an anti-inflammatory, and they found that ginger is just as effective as Motrin for anti-inflammation.
Right? I'm not gonna lie, like this is not, I'm not trying to like you know, fluff it up is really, really good.
And it's got like really, like the perfect amount of kick is what I love about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow. Unexpected. So smooth,
so
refreshing.
Give me a little sparkle, like, oh. Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you gotta do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board-certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board-certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to HEAL. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Jennifer Eddy, and I'm here with Spa Girl Cocktails today. We're thrilled to be here with Empowerista and Girl Talk Network at UNITA and El Segundo to help support and empower women in the community. We have 2 flavors with Spa Girl Cocktails, Pear and Spa. Those are our signature cocktails. They're low-calorie and gluten-free, all natural, nothing added. You can find us at Bevmo and Total Wine in all of your communities. We're thrilled to be here with Focus Magazine today in their December issue.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce Gerard, creator of the Joyce Miracle Elixir collection, and I'm happy to say that it's the only collection out there that is not going to have any harsh chemicals, free of parabens, free of sulfates, free of sodium chloride, absolutely cruelty-free, because for me that is super important. And it's made right here in USA. And it's the only line that is going to deliver you the best antioxidants, vitamins, fatty acids, minerals, straight from Mother Nature. I've infused my entire line with buriti, maracuya, moringa, and argan. So you have the buriti, which is the tree of life. You have the argan, which is literally liquid gold. You have the maracuya, which is the richest source of vitamin C. And you have the moringa, which is the richest superfood in the world. So I've combined all these yummy ingredients from Mother Nature and delivered them straight to you, straight to your strands, straight to your face. In all my products, that's the base of it. And the most important thing is that everything is made with love right here at home in USA, straight for you.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are so excited to have in the house Katie Austin this morning.
Yay! Happy Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday.
Okay, so we have to get this straight. So before we began this little segment,
yes,
Rob was like, I think I've met your mom
definitely
before.
met you. Cannot.
And he was like, I think I was at the White House. And Justin and I are like, what? Like, you just like, is this some random?
Well,
like...
it's so wild because when you meet, it's like meeting you. When you meet your mom, you don't forget it. And I remember meeting her, it was a Special Olympics event, and I think your mom's involved in Special Olympics.
Her mom is Denise Austin, by the way.
Yeah, just so we're clear. Yeah. And I remember literally walking down the hallway with a girlfriend of mine. My girlfriend knew, of course, her personally and said, oh my God, it's Denise, how are you? And we started having this conversation. I remember thinking, oh my goodness, that's Denise Austin. And her energy is just as real in person as it is on TV.
She wakes up every day and that energy is totally natural. It doesn't even take her a cup of coffee. It's so natural. I mean, I love it, but as your mom, it can be a lot.
So you got it from your mama. It's
yeah,
true.
I don't have as much energy as she does. I definitely don't. But yeah, she's very inspiring.
But it's just as positive and just as infectious and just a different flavor.
Thank you.
I mean, I see all your Instagram posts and you're like dancing and having fun.
Speaking of her Instagram, 17 Magazine nominated you as one of the top 10 fitness Instagrams to follow.
Yeah.
Huge honor. How do you feel about that?
That was right when I started out this business as well, about a year and a half ago. So that was crazy to me. And then they gave me a spread in 17 Magazine about 3 months after that, which was, 17 magazine growing up was my dream. And so that was one of the huge honors, especially just getting started in the fitness industry. So that was really, really amazing.
That's so great.
So what made you decide to follow in your mom's footsteps?
Ooh, okay, so it's more of a story than just an aha moment, but a cliche thing I always say is I've been following her around since I was 6 weeks old. That was my first trip to Hawaii, watching her film her fitness videos. I mean, she had a show for 24 years, and so I grew up in the industry, bringing her camera crew to the house, I was traveling with her everywhere, so I grew up watching her film these fitness videos, and I guess it was always a little part of me that loved it, but I didn't know it because, I mean, I was in college, I was just, having fun, and also I was a D1 athlete, so as you're a D1 athlete, you don't really think about anything else. In high school, what is that?
Division one.
Division one, yeah, sorry. So I went to USC, I played lacrosse. My whole life, lacrosse was my life. I was going to get a scholarship, playing really hard every single weekend, all my summers, so I didn't have time to think about a career. I mean, I was 18, 19 years old. And then when I got to USC, after 2 years of playing lacrosse, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in LA. I can do so much more with this, scholarship and turn it into something that I always wanted to do. So my junior year of college, I auditioned for a TV show, and I got it, and it kind of just started from there.
And the show was?
Honestly, it was like a variety show and a sports show. I got my degree in sports broadcasting, but, and I also do that on the side. I'm rambling here. But it was then my senior year turned into a little wellness segment. So I got 5 minutes every Wednesday to do a little fitness segment. And off that, my senior year, I really loved it. I fell in love with it. I found out it was my passion, and so I turned it into a blog.
Wow.
I know, it was like some crazy steps to get there.
Right?
Nothing happens overnight, but...
It's incredible.
Yeah.
What I love about your story is it's so organic, though. It seemed like, while you were clear that there were certain things that you loved doing, you sort of also trusted what showed up in your life.
Totally.
Right? Is that been a theme for you, sort of trusting your intuition about things?
Yeah, I mean, truly, I love what I do, and I think fitness especially, it's so rewarding, knowing that you're helping others. It's an industry that it's so... I don't know, you feel so grateful for it because you're helping others. And so when you're helping others, it becomes such a deep passion that I love so much. I honestly don't even consider my work. I wake up every day so happy that I'm doing it, and I sound so overly positive right now, but it's true. I love what I do.
One of the things I love most about your program and your message is it's not about comparison or body shaming.
Right.
And that really resonates with a lot of the millennial girls.
Totally.
Let's talk about that.
Really, I didn't even have it growing up. When I was in middle school or in high school, social media wasn't even a huge thing. I got Facebook maybe my sophomore year of high school, so I didn't really grow up with it as much as the girls are now. So, on Instagram, on social media, you compare your life to other people's highlight reels all the time. And it's just a really hard thing to do, to sit there and go on Instagram and be like, shoot, that girl's having a better life than I am. I look at other girls and I'm like, dang, she's so much more fit than I am. She's doing, more stuff than I am. But realizing that your journey is exactly where you're supposed to be is really important, and realizing also not to look at others to get fit and have their body, but to focus on your body, and that's how you're supposed to work out and get fit, is to only focus on yourself is really important.
Well, and because so many people's motivation is to look that way, right? So if I do this workout, I'm going to look like her. Well, I'm never going to look like her.
Right, and that's almost the sad part about the fitness industry too. It's overly saturated with using other girls' bodies and, the big butt, the skinny waist, and some girls are never going to get that because that's just their body type. I mean, I could never grow a nice, huge booty over here. It's like, I wasn't born that way. So it's just how you're born as well, and realizing who you are is who you are.
Right. Has it been tough to maintain that mentality being in the fitness industry?
Totally.
Or certain things that you do to make sure that you maintain that kind of self-loving
Totally. Well, it's also kind of hard because a lot of people assume that the path I've been given in the fitness industry is super easy because of my mom. And so the pressures that even come with that are very hard to, deal with. But also, like I said, realizing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. I graduated college a year ago. I still have a long way to go. I really just started this business in the last year. And so I think where I am is really great. I just have to remind myself that how lucky I am, especially to be in Los Angeles. I mean, I grew up in Virginia, and I've dreamed of this place my whole entire life, and so I just feel really lucky every day.
So we've had a few, fit experts and things on the show, and one thing I'm really loving, I realized that I had to really reprogram myself because, I'm a bit older than you, and my generation was all about skinny, skinny, skinny. No fat, you know, no weights. We just did cardio, and it was all about being skinny. And what I love about you and about a lot of the movement is, like, you're very thin, but you're not like anorexic. And I don't want to learn from I don't want to have that pressure of that. And I love that the women are lifting more weights. So for you in your helping people get fit, how much are you promoting women to lift weights versus the old school cardio only?
Yeah, so it's funny because I have a little bit of a different journey with lifting weights. I was a lacrosse player in college and I lifted a ton. Like, I mean, 200 pounds. I could have lifted. Yeah,
Lacrosse players are no joke.
Wow.
Especially USC.
I look a little bit on the thinner side now, but I was pretty, I was pretty strong. And I loved that, playing a sport, it's so empowering.
Oh my goodness.
But now I actually don't lift more than like 10 pounds. I do lift weights and I still do body weight exercises.
Wait, 200 pounds and 10 pounds. Yep. What do you mean?
I lost a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, but I gained it back. I gained some of it back. But yeah, strong is the new sexy, which is an amazing, amazing thing for women, for sure.
For sure.
It's so interesting, and you're sort of right about that. I think as we get older, we sort of, our goals and our priorities change, right? Because I remember in college, I wanted to lift as much weight as humanly possible, you know what I mean? I want to get real big, and then over time you realize it's a lot to maintain as well. And so it's very time consuming. For you, I know it's a challenge, but if you were to tell people a couple of tips that they might, what tips could you give people that would stay in shape and be strong but not be overly big?
Well, I think the main key is keeping it very practical. So if you're going into the gym and you're thinking you're going to lift your college weight or, wanting to lift for 200 pounds, keeping it realistic is really, really important, and just starting. So if you're looking at some girls on Instagram and compare yourself, being like, wait, I can't do those. I can't do that for 45 minutes. Just start. Just start with 10 minutes a day for a walk, for a nice jog, and then go up from there. Make it really practical. So that's why my workouts are really realistic, is because they can be done all in-home workouts, and all you need is 10 pounds, is that's all I say. That's my program. It doesn't go over that. You don't need a gym. It doesn't need to be too intimidating. And I think that's the main key, is definitely keeping it practical.
You also seem like you keep it fun.
I do.
Yeah.
And she's got great recipes too. Great tips on food. Because it's not all about the time you spend in your gym. It's about the time you spend in the kitchen.
It's 80% what you eat, unfortunately. The workout part for me personally is more keeping myself confident and more full of self-love. So obviously get to those abs too sometimes, but more so just on the inner.
Yeah, it's interesting what you said earlier when we were sort of tossing back to you in the front studio there. I noticed in my own life that when I stopped stressing so much, I was able to lose weight more easily, and a lot of things just click.
It's true.
And so it sounds like that's part of your philosophy too.
Yeah. So my mom has always been the most positive person on earth. So I think it just resonated with me growing up to be positive. That's how you do it. If something went wrong, a little thing. My car didn't start this morning, and I was just like, all right, you're still lucky, you're still able to be here. So you just have to kind of reassure yourself that what's going on in your life is probably minor to someone else's problems as well. So staying grateful.
So we're running out of time, but I want you to tell us, what is your program exactly? Is it, I don't know.
So actually, I'm coming out with an app in a little under a month, and I'm so excited because I've been working on this for a while. But my program is a membership program. It has over 70 in-home workout videos, and I add a new one every 2 weeks. I give you something to do every single day. So whether that's an in-home workout video or picture exercises or a different recipe to follow, every single day it's a link out, and it's right there on your desktop, and now it's coming to an app.
I love it.
I love it.
Congratulations.
Katie Austin. Very creative.
And I'm assuming that's the website also. Where else can they find you?
Getfitwithkatie.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Well, so nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Incredible energy, and just so excited to know you guys got to
I
know, it's crazy.
11 years ago?
Yes,
over a little 11 years ago.
From the White House to Focus TV studios.
Super excited for your adventure and helping so many people. Thank you so much for all your work. So stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back to wrap up this Transformation Tuesday. Stay tuned.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. Right? And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You got to really want it. They said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
I'm Eden Sassoon, and I own 2 Pilates studios, Eden by Eden Sassoon Pilates. And to be quite honest, I hate socks. But my girlfriend Sally just created a line, Mantra Socks. And to me, at Pilates, you cannot get on my machine without socks. But now, you can get on my machine with the intention. Today, I have Be Love. To me, that means a lot. But also, when you buy a pair of these socks, 1 pair gets donated to a homeless shelter. And that is something, that's really what matters, to be quite honest. It's not just about the sock. It's about the intention. It's about what you're giving back and how you're paying it forward. And so for that, Sally, I thank you. And I love Mantra Socks.
And we're back. We've been talking about how we all use that tin foil and all the oils we rub on ourselves in the
I'm seeing like a scene from Sex and the City. Do you remember that scene?
Transformation Tuesday, so it's funny because what we did in our past certainly is affecting us now as we're transforming, not always in the best way. I remember when I was like 14, we were out of the oil that we used to rub all baby oil, and so we covered ourselves in butter. And literally just baked in the sun. I smelled like burnt popcorn for like a week.
That is definitely a Seinfeld episode.
Oh yeah,
I remember.
certainly.
Yes.
And now like those age spots are starting to like sneak out. And I have to go back for another facial.
For sure. Oh my gosh.
It's good that we got Vance in our lives.
Yeah, exactly. Good thing we're part of that spa community.
Lots
now.
of facials. Great interviews. I love both of them. Great energy, great inspiration.
Yeah, it's so inspiring to hear people that are so dedicated to happiness and health, and they're sharing that with other people. I think lots of us live our lives and we don't think that we can do what we love, and we don't think it could be helpful or meaningful to other people. And just seeing people epitomize that and come here and talk to us about their journey, to me, is so inspiring.
It really is, and what I love about it too is that because it doesn't come out of a place of vanity. They're not just pursuing it to look beautiful. It's to feel beautiful. It's really been a soul transformation in both of their lives, and it's in a way that's affecting the community all around them.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that makes them both so incredibly successful and inspiring, is that it comes from such a deep place of authenticity. You feel that the second that you meet them, the second that you have a conversation with them, you can feel how true of a place it's all coming from. You know, so.
And I love the story of, in 2006 and 2008, we had that huge downturn. And, there's a lot of fear right now of that same thing, going to occur. And I think it's important to just, know that, like, wealth can come and go, and that we've got to have good people and be up to things that we love, but also
Speaking about good people and things we love, we have a little surprise for you,
yes, we do,
Dr. Erin.
Okay.
Don't mind if I do. Hang on, let me see.
I have no idea what's going on. Kid you not.
Well, yeah, you know what happens around here with surprises, right?
I know.
Rob's getting afraid of the mistletoe about to come back out of here.
We do have some good pranks going on in this.
We do, but we have something to surprise you with.
Oh my God, I have not seen this at all, you guys. Oh wow, I have not seen this.
This is the latest issue of Focus magazine, the influence issue, and this is the article and feature on you, Dr. Erin.
That's so awesome. You guys, I knew that I was, featured a little bit on a little thing on the cover, but I had no idea. This is so awesome. I just want to give a shout out to Andy and Victoria and everyone here at Focus TV. It's been really a transformational, aspect of my life. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, and I've worked alone a lot of my life. And I feel like I've found a family here, and I know that everyone is, we're going through it, all of us, and just really touched and totally honored, and just want to say thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
Erin.
Erin.
So much.
Thank you for being one of the leaders of our family. We really
Thanks so much,
appreciate
you
it.
guys. I love you so much. Yeah. Oh.
This is what Good Morning LaLaLand is all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's about Dr. Erin.
It's about transforming all of our lives and giving
Right.
our community a home and a place to transform theirs. That's what we do Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
Yeah.
That's right.
We all do this here, out of our missions, our passions, and knowing that we all also have to monetize, and everyone is here, getting to fulfilling their dreams, and it can be struggling, and it can be rewarding, and it can be all the above. So that's what we believe, and that's why we're doing this LALALAND, because we believe in you, we believe in your dreams. So
And we
thanks so
believe
much,
in
guys.
you, Erin.
That's right. Thanks so much, you guys. Such an honor. I love it. So cool. Have a great day, you guys. We're talking about Wealth Wednesday, what's going on with the markets and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Have a great afternoon. And it's sunny out in La La Land, so I'm going to enjoy this day.
Right.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.